I'll repeat it once again. Guys, please sit with your observation book, note down the steps, how to open the software and how to do running and all. Okay. Actually, this is open source software, but we are not able to give the software for people. Okay, let me answer, guys. Let I ask one question. Using which software we have done the analog part, software analog part? Can anyone remember? Using which software we have done analog software part, Arcade family. So in that, which software Arcade family is one this one name software name is Arcade Capture. Name P. Yes, Ankita said it's P Spice. Correct, right? Uh, what about hardware labs? Once you resume back to the college, we'll start with that. Now let's start with the part B hardware. Sorry, part B software. So if people know it, so in your lab programs, you have guys. Okay. Party consisting of three analog experiments. So first three analog experiments. Okay. Party consisting experiment of analog. So all the three experiments consisting of both the hardware as well as the software. So we are already done with the software part. All three part A. Now we'll start with the part B software because hardware will keep at the end. Once you resume back to the college, we'll do it. Now we'll start with the part B software. So part B experiment consisting of totally six experiments. Okay, part B, that is your digital electronics, it consisting of six experiments totally. Among six, one, two, three. Okay, out of six, first three experiments consisting of both hardware as well as software. So last three experiment only hardware. Okay, now we'll start with the software. Okay, ಆಫ್ ಆಯ್ತಾ ನಂದು ಹಂಗೆ ಆಗಿತ್ತು. Mm. So you already know which is the experiment, which software we are using. Here we are using the software called Model Sim. Can you see the M symbol? M in bar, M bar on the desktop. Can you see the symbol M bar? Guys, are you following me right? Okay. Okay. So this is the software named as Model Sim. Software name is called Model Sim. So the icon is M bar, capital M bar. So this is the software we are using to execute the VHDL code. Okay. Write down the steps to write the open the software. Please write down the steps parallelly. Click on the software icon. The software icon. Click on the software icon. So it's getting open. These are your slab systems. It will take some time to open. Okay. Okay. go to file, go to file, go to file, new file, new source VHDL. Just write on the steps. File, new source VHDL. Click on the VHDL. Okay. Now you will get the this one. You will get the editor. Have you noted the steps? Have you noted the steps? Just double click on the icon on the desktop software. So there go to file, new source VHDL. Go to file, in the file, go to new, in new, go to source, in that source, select VHDL. Okay, VHDL. Hope everyone finished writing the steps. Okay. Okay. This is the, here you can see the cursor blinking, right? Cursor blinking, right? This is the place where you are going to type your code. Okay. See. So second part experiment that is consisting of HDL code is here it is. Okay, so this is the part B. In the part B, first experiment is design and implement half adder, full adder, half subtractor, full subtractor using basic gates and implement them in HDL. Correct, right? In one lab, we have done, just for practice, we are done half adder, half subtractor, and full adder. I think so. Few of you people did it. Correct, right? However, we'll repeat it once again once you resume back to the college. Now we are going to do the second part. So what is the second part of the experiment consisting of? Second part, I need to half adder, full adder, half subtractor, full subtractor in the HDL code. I am going to implement all these four using the VHDL code. Okay, so I am going to write the code in the HDL code or VHDL code. So people know these expressions. If you remember, otherwise if you know the expression easily you can write the coding. So it's not like your DS or CCP, it's not like a 2 pages 3 pages code. Hardly it will be consisting of uh, 15 to 16 lines. Okay. Okay, see here, VHDL programs, VHDL. So in the VHDL program, this is the code to implement add, full adder, half adder, full subtractor, half subtractor. Okay. So here first line you can see library IEEE. However, the structure and all we will be studying in the theory part. However, I need to explain all those things in the theory. I don't want you people to burden telling same thing again and again. The structure of the VHDL code program, all those things. However, we'll study in the theory part. Directly, I am going to the program now. Don't worry, why ma'am, without explaining it until directly she's going for program, because same thing I need to explain in the theory also. That's the reason I'm keeping that all those things aside. Directly, I'm jumping for the program. Okay, so here you can see library IEEE followed by semicolon and Next line, use IEEE dot std underscore logic underscore 1164 dot ALL. So whatever the course you people already whatever the programming languages you already studied, or whatever the experiments you are done with your software labs, so starting lines what you are going to write, starting what you are going to write. Okay, very good. So you people, only two replied. What about others? You are going to start your program with header lines, correct, right? Same way, same way. VSDL code also, like header files, we are going to write two lines. That is library IEEE. So what is the meaning of library IEEE? In the sense, you know what is library file consisting of? What library file consisting of? What library files consisting of? What your header file consisting of? Guys, reply. Why no reply at all? What the library file consisting of? What your header file consisting of? Definitions of keywords of predefined functions. Okay, header file consisting of predefined programs or some set of system programs. Correct, right? Same here for the VHDL program. We are going to use the IEEE library. Okay, so we are going to write these programs using the IEEE libraries. Okay, so that is the meaning of library followed by IEEE. Don't forget to put the semicolon here. Okay, library followed by IEEE means here we are going to use the IEEE libraries. Okay, use IEEE dot std underscore logic underscore 1164 dot all. Inside the IEEE library, I am going to make use of IEEE dot std underscore logic underscore 1164 dot all. So whatever the standard logic stored under this file, I am going to make use of all those things. Okay, see, when we say it's a library, it's not a single file, it's a bulk of files. So under that library, I am not going to use all the bulk of the files. See, in college library also you will be having bulk of textbooks. So are you going to refer all? No, only whatever the things are needed for your purpose, you are going to make use of all those things. Here also same thing. Under IEEE library, I will be having so many standard files. So under that, I am going to make use of this. Okay, it's like your header file, like as include I stdio.h. If you miss something in that, it's going to give error. Correct, right? Same way here also. Excuse. If you miss something in this, you will be getting the error. Okay, so don't do any mistake in these two lines. So under this IEEE library, I am going to use this standard logic. So and that is followed by, that is followed by, so after header file, what you will be doing in your C program, what you are going to write in your C program? Header files will be followed by, header files is followed by main function. Okay, sometimes wherever functions are there, so you will do which kind of declaration there? Global declaration. Very good. So you will be doing the global declaration. Same way here also I am going to declare the input output ports. Okay, so their variables you will be using. So here what things we will be using is we will be using input output ports, like whatever the variables we will be using, that we will be declaring. See, after that two lines of header files, this is followed by entity. Okay, entity is followed by entity name, entity followed by entity name. So entity followed by entity name. Can you tell me what is my entity name here? What is my entity name? Header. Very good. Okay. So entity should be followed by the entity name. So this is entity name is left to you. So you can give whatever the thing you want, but you need to remember the entity name. Why you need to remember the entity name? I will tell when I'll come to the execution of the program. Entity file name is adder is. I am going to declare the variable. I am going to declare the variable. So A, B, C. So for half adder, half subtractor, two inputs are sufficient. For full adder and full subtractor, I want three inputs. Is it correct? Am I correct? For half adder, half subtractor, two inputs are sufficient. For full adder and full subtractor, three inputs are sufficient. Is it correct? Or you want many more or less number of input symbols? Correct, right? For half adder, half subtractor, two inputs. For full adder, full subtractor, three inputs. So totally we require three inputs. So see here, I'm going to make use of the three input variables named as A, comma B, comma C, colon in standard logic. So what is this in indicates? What is this in indicates? In indicates that input variables. In indicates input variables. Okay, next half adder count. Half adder count. Full add, because half adder I will be getting two. One is sum, one is carry. Full adder also I will be getting sum and carry. Half subtractor I will be getting difference, borrow. Full subtractor I will be getting difference and borrow. Totally, how many variables are required for the output? From four different operations. Half adder to only two, Ankita. Full total four operations: half adder, full adder, half subtractor, two subtractor. I can't use the same variables, right? It will be overwritten. Half adder sum, half adder count, full adder sum, full adder count. Difference borrow, full subtractor, difference borrow. Can you tell me how many variables are there now? 6 plus 2 or 2, 6. So total we require 8 variables. So here 2 for each operation. 2 for each operation. So these are the variables I am going to declare for the output. That's the reason I am going to declare all these variables as a out standard underscore logic. So don't forget to put the colon here. Colon here. So ABC are the inputs. These are the variables for output. So here my port means declaration part get over. So by closing the bracket, you need to end with the semicolon. Okay, so this is like header part followed by header file followed by entity name is followed by the port you are going to declare. Inside the port you are going to declare the input variables as a in standard logic, output variable as a out standard logic. Close that with the semicolon, then adder. So here you are opened it, right? There entity you need to add end followed by the entity name. End followed by entity name. Here something name, here some name. doesn't matter what name you have used as an entity name, you should end the entity with the same name. Guys, are you clear with that part? Any doubts in that part? Entity name part. Guys, note everything in your observation book. Today I'm explaining it. I don't know when you in your exam when next you will be executing it, correct, right? Whenever you will executing it again, I may not be the position to explain it. Okay, so be careful. Whatever the thing I am going to explain, please make a note in your observation book. Even I am not able to any position to explain, at least it will be there in your observation book. Okay, next. Next part consisting of the architecture part. Means architecture part means we will be it means we will be writing the logic over there. So actually this architecture we can design using three way. We can design using three way. What are those the three different way? Again I need to explain in the class, so I'm skipping that in here, because if I tell now also again I need to repeat it in the theory class. That's what I'm skipping that part. Just I'm explaining. Okay, architecture followed by the type of the architecture which we are followed here. So here architecture data flow means I am going to write the architecture using the data flow model. So using three different models you can write the architecture. In this particular program we are done the we have written the architecture based on the data flow model. Okay, architecture using data flow model of entity name. What is the entity name we are given? Entity name we are given here adder. So here also adder is architecture. Full name of entity name is. Begin the architecture. Begin the architecture. Okay, first, what we need to calculate? Half adder sum. Half adder sum. So, what is the meaning of this symbol? Can anyone tell? That less than equal to. What is that symbol called here? When you write it in the programming, what that is the meaning of that symbol? What is the meaning of this symbol? Guys, everyone slept? Less than or equal to? No. Less than or equal to in your mathematics when it comes to the programming. Uh, belongs to no, relational operator no. Lavanya and Ganesh is correct. That is your assignment operator. That is your assignment operator. Okay. So what is the expression for half adder sum? When I did the hardware means example lab, we know we have studied the expression. So what is the expression of half adder? Where is that half adder expression? Uh, half adder is here. Half adder is here. Okay, this is the expression of half adder. This is the expression of half adder. Correct, right? So what is this expression? What it is called as a some symbol b. What it is called as a that symbol is called as which gate? XOR. Correct. So a XOR b. So that XOR or and so inside the software all the gates are built in, just we have to write it in the format. Okay, so what is the half adder sum expression is a XOR b. If you do the a XOR b, after doing that assign to the sum, same things. Okay, this is half adder sum. A and b will be there. Remember that for carry a and b. Mm, See here, half adder sum. What I'm going to do? A XOR B. A XOR B. So after doing that A XOR B, what you are going to do? You are going to assign the result to the variable half adder sum. Okay, just what expression you will be getting there, that will be assigned to the variable half adder sum. Similarly, we saw the expression for the half adder carry. So instead of carry, here we are taken it as a count. So what is the expression was? A and B, meaning that A and B. So what is the expression to calculate the half adder carry? That is A and B. So after doing A and B, assign that result to the half adder. Okay. We'll see the truth table of all the four operations. Then we'll come back. Okay. Half adder. So these are the input symbols. Next, S and C is your output. So I am going to add one bit with another bit. So 0 0 means sum is 0, carry is 0. Next combination 0 1 means sum is 1, carry is 0. Next combination 1 0 sum is 1, carry is 0. A, B both are 1, sum is 0, carry is 1. So how did you obtain this? Just look at the S column. Look at the S column. So when the output is high, either of the input, one input is high. Means, or you can say that when both the inputs are same, output is 0. Otherwise, output is 1. So this is a this is like a truth table of your XOR operation. That's the reason expression for the sum we are written as A XOR B. Look at the C column. Look at the C column. When the output is high, when both the inputs are high, the output is high. So which truth table it resembles? It is the AND gate truth table. That's the reason that carry equal to A and B. A B. Okay. This is how we are going to get the Boolean expression for the half adder. So what expression we got? That we are writing it in the VHDL code. Are you clear, guys? Guys, are you clear? Okay. Next, we'll see the truth table first and expression. Then we'll come back to the programming. Okay. Next, we have a full adder. Full adder means I will be having 3 bits. I am going to add the 3 bits. Okay, means there will be 3 input bits and 2 output bits. One output bit is sum, one another output bit is carry, or we can call it as a C out. So just I am going to add here. So all the 3 bits are 0, sum is 0, count is 1. This is 0 0 0 0 plus 1 1. So sum is 1, carry 0. So here also 1 0, here also see 0 plus 1, you'll get 1, 1 plus 1. So sum is 0, carry is 1. Again for this combination, sum is 1, carry 0. For this combination, sum 0, carry 1. For this combination also sum 0, carry 1. For this combination 1 plus 1, you'll get carry 1, sum 0, 0 plus 1, you'll be getting sum as a 1. So for this combination, both sum as well as the carry is 1. So what is the expression we will be getting? So look at the S column. Look at the S column. Here one is there, A bar, B bar, C. A bar, B bar, C. Next, A bar, B, C. A bar, B, C bar. Next, A, B bar, C bar. A, B bar, C bar. Next, ABC, ABC. So your so C in where you can take C in common. So here first and last term C in you can take common. So you're left out with A bar, B bar plus AB. So here you can take C bar in C in bar outside. So you're left out with A bar, B, AB bar. Okay. So this again we minimize. So how we minimize? So it's like a reverse of AX or B. So we are minimized it to AX or B. Cn as it is. So this is like a Ax or B into Cn. So I am going to replace this with Ax or B. So together we can write it as a Ax or B X or C. So some expression of the full adder is Ax or B X or C. Similarly, carry wherever one is there, write down. Wherever one is there, write down. So it is minimized to Ax or B, Cn plus AB. So this I can write it as a BC into CA. BC into CA. So this AB written as it is. So expression for the full adder carries AB, BC, CA. Next we have half adder. Sorry, half subtractor. So here half subtractor, two inputs are there. So two outputs. So one output is difference, one more output is borrow. So 0, 0, difference is 0, borrow is 0. Is it possible to subtract 0, 1? Is it possible to do 0 minus 1? Can you subtract 1 from 0? Is it possible to subtract 1 from 0? Ah,
ಏನೋ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಅಂತಲ್ಲ ಅಕ್ಟೋಬರ್ 6th ಡೇ ಅದ್ರ ರಿಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಕಳಿಸ್ಬೇಕಂತೆ ಈಗ ಕಳಿಸಿ ನಂಗೆ ಬೇಕಾ
ಹೊರಡಿಲ್ಲ ಅದು ರಿಪೋರ್ಟು ಇವಳು ಮಿಕ್ಸಪ್ ಕೇಳ್ತೀನಿ
ಏನಾದ್ರು ಒಂದು ಸ್ನ್ಯಾಪ್ ಶಾಟ್ ಡೇಟು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀರಾ ಏನು ಟೈಮು ಡೇಟಾ ಕಳಿಸ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ
Guys, please reply fast. I'm asking, is it possible or not? 0 minus 1, can you do it directly? Okay, wait it for a minute. Wait it for a minute, I'll come back. ಹಲೋ ಗಿರೀಶ್ ಸರ್ ಇದು ಐ ಡೇ ಸೆಲೆಬ್ರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಲ್ಲ ಅದೇನೋ ರಿಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀರಾ ಸರ್ ಅದು ನಂಗೊಂದ್ಸಲ ಫಾರ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ಇಮೇಲ್ ಐ ಡಿ ಇದೆಯಾ ಸರ್ ಹೇಳಿ ಹೇಳಿ ಅದು ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ ಸರ್ ಈಗ ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ ಅಷ್ಟು ಕಳಿಸಿ ಅದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಎತ್ಕೋತೀನಿ ಅವಳಿಗೆ ಕಾಲ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಕಾಲ್ ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಈಗ ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ ಅಷ್ಟು ಕಳಿಸಿ ಸರ್ ನನಗೆ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕಳಿಸ್ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ ಮೇಲ್ ಹಿಡಿದ್ಯಾ ಓಕೆ ಸರ್
ಯಾವ ತಿಂಗಳಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಸರ್
ಏನಾಗಿದೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ
ನಿಜವಾಗ್ಲೂ ನಾನು ಕೋಪ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬಾರ್ದು ಅಂತ ಸಿಕ್ಕಾಪಟ್ಟೆ ಕೋಪ ಬರ್ತದೆ
Okay, it's not possible to subtract. You can subtract. When you can subtract it? When can you subtract 1 from 0? Any idea? What you want to do? What you will do when you are going to subtract a bigger number from the smaller number? What you will do? So you are going to take the borrow. Correct, right? You are going to take the borrow. Shilpa ma'am, Shilpa ma'am, Shilpa ma'am, ಕಳ್ಸಿದೀನಿ ನೋಡಿ. Okay, you need to take a borrow. See here, when it is 0 minus 1, it's not possible for us to subtract. What I'm going to do, I am going to take one borrow. One borrow means how much in the binary? One borrow means how much in the binary? Borrow means, in the binary, borrow means how much?
Yeah, let it open by the time that is am I audible? How to share the screen.
Guys, am I audible? Normally, when you do the subtraction, if it is borrow means how much? To type one or two words, how long you people will take? One. Tell in decimal. Sorry, tell in decimal. If it is 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, I'm not getting anything. Okay. Binary. In the binary, borrow means how much in decimal. Okay. I got answer from Hemant Reddy. It's 2. Okay. I think Ganesh represented that 2 in binary. Okay. Lavanya said it's 1. No, it's not correct. Kavya is also said 1. No, it's not correct. Binary means it's 2. Keep it in the mind. Binary itself it's 2. Octa means it's 8. Decimal means it's 10. Correct, right? Same way here borrow means alwa 2 minus 1 difference is 1. 2 minus 1 difference is 1. Are you clear with this combination now? Are you clear with 0 minus 1 now? Or if you have any doubt, you can ask. Are you clear with 0 minus 1? Why? How we got borrow 1 difference 1? Got it? Okay, Lavanya, I'll come back. I'll take. See, so what you need to do, actually the next combination is 0 minus 1. Correct, right? We cannot subtract it. So this is basic means it's binary. I am going to subtract it for binary. Is it possible to subtract 1 from 0? No, ma'am. It's not at all possible. Even it's not possible to subtract 5 minus 4. So what you will be doing, you know the procedure in the decimal. I am speaking in terms of binary. It's not possible. So what you want to do, you want to buy borrow. You want to take borrow. You want to take borrow. So in this case, you are taken borrow. So borrow is represented as a 1. So I have taken borrow. That's the reason here I have entered 1. So how much borrow is in case of binary? It is 2. It is 2. 2 plus 0, it's 2. 2 minus 1, so difference equal to 1. So that we entered here. Are you clear now, Lavanya? Yes. So next combination is 1 0. So that is difference is 1, borrow is 0. What about 1 1? difference also 0, bar also 0. So what is the expression for the difference? C. This is also like XOR. So expression for the XOR. So D equal to A. What about borrow? About borrow, it's when the borrow is 1, A bar B. A bar B. Bar B.
Okay, so change to your lab name, okay, lab name.
A
What
bar
is
B.
A and so there it was AB bar. AB bar is wrong. A bar B is correct. Okay, so please change that.
Also half subtractor ಸರಿಯಾಗಿಲ್ಲ ಇದು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಷನ್
Half expression ಬರ್ದಿರೋದು.
ಎ ಬಿ ಬರ್
Okay, so
ಇಲ್ಲಿ
let's
ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲ ಸಾಫ್ಟ್ ಕಾಪಿಲಿ
ಇಲ್ಲ change it. A bar B.
ಓಕೆ ಓಕೆ ದಿಸ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಎ ಬಾರ್ ಬಿ ಎನಿ ಡೌಟ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಹಾಫ್ ಸಬ್ಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಎನಿ ಡೌಟ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಹಾಫ್ ಸಬ್ಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟರ್ okay now let's move to the full subtractor. That is also same way. So how we have done in the half subtractor, same thing. Okay, so see here 0 0 0 0 0. Here you will get confused. 0 0 0 0 minus 1, it's not possible, so borrow 1. So 2 minus 1 1. So here also same thing. 0 minus 1 not possible, so borrow, you will take 1. Take 1. So 2 minus 1 1. 1 minus 0, it's 1. So here borrow is 1. 2. 2 minus 1 is 1. 1 minus 1 is 0. Difference is 0. Here also you can, here also it's possible. Okay, everything else is correct. So here also you will be getting expression as a XOR B XOR. So here we are taken B in, right? So instead of C, they are represented as a B in. So this is the expression for difference of the full subtractor. So this is the expression for full subtractor. Sorry, this is the expression for full subtractor borrow. That is B XOR C and not B and B in. Okay, this is correct. Hope you people know how to obtain the expression. So if you forget the expression, don't get panic. Just write on the truth table. By seeing the once, take the minterm, minimize it. If you are able to remember, remember the expression. Okay.
We are done.
To the program next. Okay, same what expression there we had, same thing we are written here. So what was the expression for half adder? A XOR B. So write it as a XOR B. All these gates are already inbuilt. Okay, don't worry about that. So after that you are going to assign that to the these are the variables. So for half adder counter, for half adder sum, sorry, full adder sum, A XOR B XOR C. So write same way, A XOR B XOR C. So full adder carry. So what is there in the full adder carry? Let me copy it.
And you need to select one space. Sometimes, so this will not be there. Someone might have
See what is the uh,
then what you need to do.
A and B. A and B.
Down. Okay. So after that, what you need to do?
See A and B. So that is one operation. Correct, right? That should be within the bracket, followed by plus means or into B and C into B and C or A and C.
Okay. So then there should be a word for it.
ಅರ್ಜೆಂಟ್ ಆದ್ರೆ ಬರ್ತೀನಿ ಲ್ಯಾಬಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದಾಳೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ.
So
Okay, so whatever the expression we got, just write it in this way. So here we have A XOR B. Actually this is A not A bar. So we need to change it to not of A and B. That I will change. Okay, same way. Then once you done this, end data flow. Means here we started with our architecture, we began our architecture here. Here we need to end it. Okay, just I'll copy paste.
and you can take the solution option. Since the folder was not here, okay,
ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಅರ್ಧ ಗಂಟೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ.
okay. So compilation, I'm done. So here you can see
Paste.
compilation. What are the errors that it is showing in the number 17? It is showing the not I have included in the bracket the pattern specified
Copy.
out of A and
I wanted to change. This I wanted to change. Off subtractor borrow. What is the expression for off subtractor borrow?
so now that you didn't have any error, you can just scroll up and you can check. Okay. So from here it has started the next compilation. Okay. So you didn't get any.
Off subtractor borrow is A bar B. A bar B means off subtractor. Off subtractor
Okay. So you have to
borrow is
okay.
not of A.
Compile it.
Not of wherever inverse is there, it's a not gate. So not of A and
Okay. So now my code is B. I can move for the
B.
next option. Okay.
Now programming is done. Once the program is done, what is the next step? You need to save it. You need to save it. So what I am going to do, I will take it as a control S. I'll take it as a control S. Now it asking me to give the file name. Guys, please remember the file name should be saved with the entity name. What is the entity name we are given? So that's the thing I told you to remember the entity name that time. What is the entity name we are given? Adder. So keep it in the mind. It is a case sensitive. It is a case sensitive. When you are going to save the file name should be saved with the entity name. Here the entity name I have given is adder. No need to give the extension. By default it will take. Just make sure that here the type of the file is selected is a VSDL file. Okay, file name gave it as a entity name. No need to give the extension and all. Just make sure that type of the file selected is VSDL file. Just observe here. Here the file name is untitled one.vsd. As soon as I save it, it will change to the file name what I have given, adder. It will change to adder. Once you got that, actually next you have to go for the workspace. Actually next you need to check the workspace.
I have saved it. The entity name of the file name should match. Okay. So once you are done with the
If suppose if the workspace is not there, go to view, click on workspace. Go to view, click on workspace. ಮತ್ಸ ವರ್ಕಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು? ವರ್ಕ್ ಆಗ್ಲಿಲ್ವಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. Okay, guys. Okay, see, once you are done it, you have to save it. So be careful that while saving, the entity name and the file name should be same. So once you're done that, there is a workspace here. Suppose in your exam, if you are the first person to execute, it won't be there because software will be newly installed. So what you need to do, you have to go to view, select the workspace, select the workspace. Okay, so once you select the workspace, you can see this window, you can see that window. So in the workspace, you need to click on the work. Suppose if the work doesn't exist, directly click on the compiler. If the work is not exist, if suppose if please note down the steps. Okay, after doing so many times, even we will forget it. So workspace is not there means, go to view, click on workspace. In the workspace, you should have a work. If the work doesn't exist under the workspace, just compile it. Okay, when you do the compilation, it will give the pop-up box. In the pop-up box, it will ask, work is doesn't exist, do you want to create? Click on Yes. Click on Yes. So that time work folder will be created. That time work folder will be created. Are you noting it? Guys, are you noting it?
The chat. So I will be the sign up.
Guys, please reply. Are you noting the steps?
All items.
Suppose if the workspace is not there, click on view. There you need to select the workspace. Okay. Under the workspace, you should have a folder called work. Suppose if the work is not there, just click on the compiler. Go to compiler and compile it. There it will ask whether to create or not the work folder. There you click on S. Once you click on the S, you can see the work here. So in the work, there is a plus symbol on the left hand side. Click on the left. That plus symbol. So when you click on the plus symbol under the work, whatever the files are there, that you can see. Means under the work folder, you can see all your files. You can see all your files. Okay. So right click on your file name. Please note down. Right click on your file name and simulate. Right click on your file name and simulate. Right click on your file name, simulate. So once you done that, you can see the objects and instance you can see. Okay, please note on the steps.
Fine. Okay. So fine. So we have not yet. Okay. So if you take your mouse there, it will show run.
Okay,
Okay. Let me
have you noted the steps?
are the outputs?
Guys, have you noted it? So under the work, there will be a plus symbol. Click on the plus symbol. So whatever the file names, VSDL files are there, everything will be displayed. So right click on your file and click on simulate. Right click on your file and simulate. So once you done that, you can see this. You can see this. Okay. So you can see instance and you can see the objects. Okay, so in the instance, again you can see your file name. Again you can see your file name. Again right click, go to add, right click, go to add, to wave, to wave all items in design, all items in design, to add the output waveform. Write down the steps. Under the instance, right click on your file name. Right click on your file name, add to wave all items in design. All items in design. So you will get this screen. You will get this screen. Clear? Is it clear? Guys, till here is this clear? Okay. Now everything is ready. Okay. Now see here what the mistake you people do here. See in the objects also you can see same thing, in the message also you can see same thing. So here you need to change the input values, correct, right? To change the input values, please change under the object, don't change under the message. Maximum of you people will change under the message, please please please. So when you are going to change the values, you have to change under the objects, not under the message. So how many values we need to change? What are the values we need to change? How many variables? For how many variables we need to change?
So in that, what are the things I cross check? Case A is equal to 0, B is equal to 0 for half added, half subtracted. Correct?
Which are those three variables?
Next I check 0, 0, 1. What are the things I check? Half added, half subtracted.
So that is ABC. We need to change only ABC. What about remaining 8 variables, out variables? Should we change? Should we change remaining 8 variables? So what are those variables are? What are those variables are? Remaining 8 variables. What are those? So those are the output variables. So your program is going to give it. You are not going to change. So how to change the value, ma'am? Right click. Right click. Right click on the variable. Click on force. Right click, force, and there you can see u means undefined. Change it. Change it. So first combination is 0 0 0, correct, right? I'll change B to 0. See, when I change, once I changed, so it changed from u to, sorry, 0. Next C also I'll change to force 0. Force 0. 0. Okay, now all the three inputs are 0. See, you can see here small icon, sorry, that is restart. So see here, after 100 nanosecond you can see one small box with the down arrow mark, small box with down arrow mark. Once you move the cursor over there, there you can see the word run. Click on that, click on that. So you will get the waveform. So you will get the waveform here. We'll get the waveform here. Okay, so here input is 0, A is 0, B is 0, C is 0. For half adder, sorry, half adder sum, we will be taking only 2 bit, that is A and B. So A and B 0, so sum also 0. If you take carry also 0. For 0, 0, 0, you will be getting everything is 0 only. So next combination is, we'll take half adder. We'll take half adder. I'll keep C as it is. So 0, 0, 0 will get. I'll change B to 1. I'll change B to 1. Okay. B is 1 means what I should get? Sum I should get is as a 1. I should get sum as a 1. Half adder sum 1 I should get. Half adder sum I should get. Full adder sum also I should get 1. See here A equal to 0, B equal to 1. See the half adder sum. Half adder sum is changed to 1. Here also changed to 1. Here also waveform also is changed from 0 to 1. 0 to 1. Even full adder sum also change to 0 to 1. Next, half subtractor. Half subtractor, difference also 1, borrow also 1. Difference also 1, borrow also 1. See here, half subtractor 0 1. Difference is 1, borrow is 1. See here, difference change from 0 to 1, bar also change from 0 to 1. Even full subtractor 0 1 0, full subtractor 0 1 0. Check for that combination 0 1 0. A is 0, B is 1, C is 0. C borrow is 1, difference is 1. So you can see full subtractor difference is 1, borrow is 1. Guys, are you clear? Are you getting something? Guys, are you getting something? Okay, you people give one combination for ABC. Let us check. Actually, you need to check for all the 8 combination from 0 0 0 to 1 1 1. Now, you only give the combination. Let's check the output.
Analyze it once. Okay. So any doubts? Fine.
You will give, or shall I do it for all the 8 combinations? Okay. Okay, one by one. Okay, Kavya said, I'll come back to you, Karthik. I'll come back to you also. A1, B0, C0. A1. So make A to 1. Make A to 1. A to 1. B to 0, C to 0. Change B to 0. Okay. Once you change it, run it. Run it. What should be the adder? What should be add? Half adder. Half adder sum is 1. See, half adder sum is 1. Half adder carry should be 0. Half adder carry should be 0. Where is half adder? It's here. Half adder carry is 0. So, which is the waveform? 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See, half adder carries 0 itself. Then full adder sum is 1. See, it's 1. It's in the high. Full adder carries 0. So it is in 0 only. Half adder difference 1. So it is in the 1. Half subtractor borrow is 0. It is in 0. Full subtractor difference is 1. So it's in 1. Full subtractor borrow is 0. So it's in 0. So next combination he gave 1 1 1. So change C to 1. B to 1. Now you run once again. C is changed. So when all the 3 inputs are 1 for half adder, when you take the half adder, we are concentrating on only 2 inputs. So what are those 2 inputs? What you are given in the code. What you are given in the code. AB. So it will be taking only AB. Okay. So what is the full half adder sum? Half adder sum should be 0 because both are 1. So it is changed to 0. Half adder carry 1. It is changed from 0 to 1. Full adder sum is 1. Full adder carries 1. See, both are 1 1. Half subtractor 0. Half subtractor borrow is 0. See, both are 0. Full subtractor difference is 1. Full subtractor borrow is 1. So it is 1 1. So this is the way. Please keep it in the mind. Here you are going to change the input value, not here. Okay. Any doubts? Guys, any doubts? So this is how it will work out. Have you noted all the steps? Have you guys noted all the steps? Okay. So next lab when I will be asking you people should tell the steps, I am going to do it. I'm not telling the steps in the next lab.
Ma'am, are you there? Ma'am, are you there? Hello, hello. मैम चाय पी लो मैम.
आजू वाली नंबर को लाकर रेस्टोरेंट